busy buzzers. Misty Ann here, wishing you a very happy Easter. I hope you are having tons of fun today at home with your families. I wanted to come on and read a book to you called Eggbert, the Slightly Cracked Egg. Tom Ross and Rex Barron, they are our authors. They wrote the book and drew the pictures. If you can see here, I have Mr. Eggbert. Bring him up a little closer. Here he is. He does have a slight crack on him. He's still smiling though. Okay, so he's gonna sit down here, and I have our Mr. Rabbit for Easter. There was once an egg named Eggbert. He loved to paint beautiful pictures. Egbert's paintings always cheered up the other eggs in the refrigerator. But one day it was discovered that Eggbert was slightly cracked. Eggs with cracked shells were not allowed to stay. Sadly, other eggs told Eggbert he would have to leave. Eggbert waved goodbye to his old friends. He hunched his shoulders, what little shoulders he had, and pressed his shell together so the crack almost disappeared. Almost. Then he set out to look for a new place to live. All of the drawers had labels, but none of them was right for Eggbert. He knew he would have to look harder. There had to be some place where he would fit in. Poor Eggbert. Before long, Eggbert came to a spot with a beautiful view. If only I could stay here, he thought. Then he had a great idea. No one had to know he was an egg with a cracked shell. He would paint himself to look like the other things around him, and he would blend right in. Look at that. But just as Eggbert was thinking he'd found the perfect place, a potato plant happened to notice his crack. "Split!" the plant ordered. Eggbert tried not to be discouraged. "Maybe I'll have better luck outdoors," he said to himself. The only way down was to jump. Luckily, Eggbert landed in a soft bed of flowers. He had never seen flowers before, but they smelled even better than butter and lettuce. Perhaps this is the perfect place for me, he thought. And a dab here, a splotch there, and voila! Eggbert was covered with flowers. But late that afternoon, an angry bee discovered that you cannot get nectar from an egg. Again, Eggbert was told to leave. It was getting dark, and he still had not found a place to live. Just when he was about to give up all hope, a glimmer of something caught his eye. Let's see what it is. "What a beautiful little light," Eggbert whispered. With all his might and twice his usual care, he climbed up the fence. "Perfect," Eggbert said, when he was covered with stars. He looks like the sky. But the next morning, when the night stars were gone, a cat discovered that Eggbert was just an egg with a cracked shell. "Scramble," said the cat. Eggbert took a hard fall on the sidewalk. Now he was even more cracked than ever before. As it started to rain, he began to sob. he realized that no matter how he painted himself, he could not hide who he was. Finally, the rain stopped and the sun broke through a crack in the clouds. Egbert began to notice something he had never noticed in his whole life. The world was full of cracks, all sorts of wonderful cracks. Maybe it's not such a bad thing to be slightly cracked, he thought. From then on, Egbert traveled around the world, making new friends and seeing famous cracked sights. But he never forgot his friends back home in the fridge, and he painted them beautiful postcards of his travels. They were all well and truly amazed, and they missed him, if the truth be told. To this day, Egbert does not regret being cracked. In fact, he is even a little proud of it. And that was Egbert, the slightly cracked egg. I want you to think about what your favorite part in that story was. One of my favorite parts is that even though Egbert was different, he was special. We are all different. We're all made very unique. That means that we are all special and not one of us is alike. Just like our friend Egbert. I hope you guys enjoyed that story. All right, we are now gonna do some egg experiments, okay? First, I wanna have you guys make a guess, and I will tell you the answer at the end of our video. So I'm gonna spin 2 eggs, okay? And I'm actually going to write on our egg, I suppose. Let me see if I find my marker. Okay, so we're gonna have egg number 1, and we're gonna have egg number 2, okay? I'm gonna spin egg number 1. Let's see what this looks like. Egg number 1. Pretty good job. Okay, I'm gonna take egg number 2. Job egg number 1, egg number 2. Here we go. That one's going a little bit faster, isn't it? Okay, so we had egg number 1 and egg number 2. They both spun, but one went faster. Which one went faster? Number 2 did, right. Let me see if I can do it the same. We have 1 and 2. Ooh, so 2 is going faster. So I'm gonna let you guys guess. One of these is a hard-boiled egg, and one of them is not. Which one do you think is which? Is number 1 the hard-boiled egg or 2? Or is 1 not boiled or is 2? Okay, you guys have to remember what number you pick. For our next experiment, we are going to be dropping our eggs into some different materials, okay? We have fluff, the little fluff balls right here. We have beans, we have feathers, and we have rice. So we have to think in our minds, okay? Is Humpty Dumpty going to break when he falls into these, or will he be okay? So our first is the fluff balls. What do you think? Is Humpty gonna make it or not? I think that he'll make it. Okay? Let's see. All right, first we're gonna take Humpty out of the fluff balls and we're gonna set him up on our wall. Humpty Dumpty sat on a wall. Humpty Dumpty had a great fall. What do you think? Do you think he's okay? Let's look. He's okay. Were you right? We'll put him back in there. So our fluff, he made it. Okay, now we gotta guess our beans. What do you think? Do you think he'll be okay or not be okay? I think Humpty's really strong. So let's see if I'm right or wrong. Let's find out. Humpty Dumpty sat on a wall. Humpty Dumpty had a great fall. Let's see. Oh man, he didn't survive. I was wrong. There we go. He broke. Poor Humpty. All right, let's move on to our next bucket of feathers. What do you think will happen? I think Humpty is going to be okay because feathers are soft and I think he will be protected. Let's find out. Take him out. Humpty Dumpty sat on a wall. Humpty Dumpty had a great fall. Let's see if he's okay. He made it. We were right. Okay, our next one is our rice. What do you think is going to happen? Well, I got beans wrong. Rice are kind of hard like beans, so I'm gonna say I think he's going to break. What do you think? Let's find out. Humpty Dumpty sat on a wall. Humpty Dumpty had a great fall. Let's see how Humpty did. He looks good. He made it. What a strong egg. And he was okay. So let's see how I did. We got the fluff right. I was wrong with the beans. We got the feathers right, and I was wrong again with our rice. How did you guys do? Okay, for our next egg experiment, I have a peeled hard-boiled egg. Okay, so it's squishy. I'm gonna set it on my bottle and look at that. Does it fit? Ooh, it does not fit. It is too big. This is probably one of my favorite experiments. You have to do this one with an adult, okay? Should always get an adult permission to do experiments, and especially with this one, you would need a mom or a dad, grandma or grandpa to help you, okay? Because it does involve some fire. So I'm gonna take our egg off, and I am gonna light a piece of paper on fire, and I am gonna put it in the bottle, and I'm hoping if I put this on there, let's see what happens. And voila! Did our egg go in the bottle? It did. It got sucked right in from the heat. Isn't that a cool experiment? Whoop, there it fell in. That is probably one of my favorite ones. And if I dump it It's not gonna come out. It is stuck in there because remember, it was too big. That's a fun one. Little Smokey. Oops, sorry, bunny. He's okay. So if you remember from our first egg experiment, we had 2 eggs. We had number 1 and number 2. And I was trying to teach you how to tell the difference between a boiled egg or not. I'm gonna do it one more time. So here's egg number 1. Spinning. Here's egg number 2. So as you can see, number 2 is spinning faster than number 1. So which one do you think is boiled? Do you think number 1 is boiled or number 2? I could tell you, but the fun way to figure it out is to, what do you think? That is an excellent suggestion. Let's do it. All right, ready number 1? Here we go. But first, when doing experiments, it is good to be safe and protect your eyeballs, okay? Here we go. Egg number 1. Can you give me a countdown? Let's start at 10. Are you ready? 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And egg drop. Oh! Egg number 1 was not a hard-boiled egg. So for those of you that guessed that, good job. That means number 2 is, what do you think? I don't know. Let's see, let's do another countdown. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Egg drop. Oh, it rolled off the table. Let's go find it. It went way over there. Oh, let's get it back up here. Okay, egg number 2 was a boiled egg. It's kind of squishy, okay? Nothing coming out of there. So that means a not boiled egg will spin, but not very fast. A hard-boiled egg spins faster and longer. That's how you know, and you can tell the difference. All right, I hope you enjoyed our egg experiments on Easter. Continue having a fun time with your family, and I hope to see you guys soon. Bye-bye. Happy Easter.